Hey, I got an idea. Gonna run it by you real quick here. Alright, guys? It's crazy, but I think it's worth looking at. It's worth considering. Stop watching porn, okay? I think it's a good idea. I did that a while back, and I would say it was a good idea. So, that is my advice to you today. Here, let's consider we'll call it a tactic, I guess, that the enemy uses, and how to counter it, right? And it's a really simple tactic. It's a pretty silly tactic, but the silliest thing is that it actually works, and that we let it work. So, this may apply to some people, it might not apply to others. I'm speaking from my experience here, and I'm kind of almost ashamed to say it too, because it was so stupid, and it really, I should have known what was going on. I probably did know what was going on, just to be honest, but I didn't want to think about it. I didn't want to think far enough to see, okay, yeah, this is what's going on, this is what has happened every time in the past that this happened. It's never been any different, so yeah, I'm gonna, counter this. It's not what I did most of the time until I actually got serious and quit for real. But anyway, curiosity is kind of a tactic that is used, and what I mean by that, again, from my own experience here, okay, so I'm sitting at home, kind of want to look at porn, but I don't at the same time, because I've decided, no, I need to cut this out of my life, this is dumb. But at the same time, that urge is there. Sometimes it's subtle, sometimes it's really well pronounced. But in any case, the thought that comes into my head is, well, I wonder if there's anything new on this website, this genre, whatever. I'm not gonna, actually get into it. I'm not gonna lust, or I'm not gonna jack off to it, or I'm not gonna, whatever. It's gonna go this far and no further. And this ties into the whole compromise thing I talked about in another video. But the idea is, I'm curious. I want to see what's going on. Is there anything interesting? And sometimes, if I'm honest, I'm thinking, maybe it'll have that thing, whatever it is, that finally does it for me, and I'm satisfied, and I can just, rest easy because I saw the ultimate porn. And it sounds so stupid, I know, but that was kind of the tone in my head. And like I said, maybe this is kind of the case for you, maybe this will resonate, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. Hopefully somebody can get something out of it. But anyway, the point was that the thing being used against me was a kind of curiosity. What's out there? What's new? What is there that's there now that I haven't seen before? What might I be missing out on by quitting now instead of later? Okay, it's dumb. It's not real. It's a lie, and it is just another tactic being used to try and drag you back into this kind of stuff. And I say tactic very seriously because I'm Christian. I'm very serious about it. I believe that there's kind of two facets to our sinfulness. One is our sin nature, and the other is that we are actively tempted by conscious thinking entities, demons, Satan, all that kind of stuff, who want us to defy God with them, and to fall back into sin, and ultimately to steal from us, kill us, and destroy us. And so I say tactic very seriously. And even if, you're not that into the whole spiritual warfare concept, thinking of it like that, thinking of it in the sense of, yeah, there's somebody that I'm against and they are against me, and I have to fight them deliberately and consciously. It can't just be, oh, this is a tendency and I just have to tend to do other things instead. You've got to look at this like a war. Even if you don't believe it is, look at it like it is, because it behaves a lot like, the spiritual warfare. The way this works out in the battle is like a battle. And so if you're not treating it like that, then you're not taking it seriously. So this isn't the only tactic. This is one that I want to touch on specifically. I'm probably going to go into detail about the other ones in other videos. But I wanted to talk about curiosity today, because that was a big one for me. There's a lot of slip-ups involved with that, where I keep leaving that on. I shouldn't. It makes too much noise. But there were a lot of slip-ups that were involved with me just being curious, or thinking I was just being curious. And then, one thing leads to another, and it's just this huge downward spiral. And I had to get to the point where I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm sure there is something new that I would really like to see, and that is really hot, and I would really enjoy indulging in, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to deny myself that pleasure. I'm going to deny myself that gratification. I'm not going to satisfy that curiosity. And yeah, it might gnaw at you a little bit. Embrace that, okay? Embrace that gnawing feeling. And when you do embrace it and you start to really feel it, and feel every part of it, every aspect of it, you realize it's not that bad. You're not really missing out on as much as you think you are. And the kind of gnawing feeling of just not knowing, of supposedly missing out on something, isn't that bad. The kind of idea I have in my head is that fear is bluffing, or pain is bluffing, or discomfort is bluffing, and any of those things, most of the time, they're bluffing. And you call them on their bluff, and you realize that, hey, there's not really a whole lot of bite to it. So do that. When you get curious and you want to check something out that you have no business looking at, I mean, seriously, you're just curious? No. No, there's no such thing. You're curious because there's something there that you want to take part in. And it's something that you've already decided that you don't want to take part in. Or if you're actually quitting porn, you've decided that you don't want to take part in this. And you need to start acting like it, and stop meeting halfway. Stop, thinking that you're just gonna go halfway there and then come back. Don't do that. Don't play with the fire, okay? Keep your distance and think through your actions, okay? What am I about to do? What does this lead to? Is this leading me closer to where I need to get to, or is it leading me closer to somewhere else? Is satisfying this curiosity, even if I don't watch porn, even if I just see, okay, yeah, there's this and this and this. Okay. Close out the window, I'm done. First of all, that's stupid. Second of all, that gets you nothing. And you know you're not going to stop there. So, don't satisfy your curiosity. Let it burn in you a little bit. It's not that bad. Deal with it, okay? Now, like the kind of stuff that I was into back when I watched porn, there's, it's been, what? Not quite a year now, but there's got to be all kinds of stuff out there, but who cares? All kinds of new stuff that I never saw before. Who cares? That's not how I want to live. This stuff doesn't build me into the person I want to be. It's not taking me where I want to go. Its existence is irrelevant to my life. Alright, so again, don't satisfy that curiosity. Stay focused and be willing to just say no matter what. Alright? And that'll do it for this video here. Keep fighting. If you're not fighting, start a fight. And God bless you guys. Keep praying, keep fighting, keep praying for each other, keep praying for me. I will pray for y'all. And hey, I'll start plugging myself, who cares? Check out my other videos. I talk about this stuff all the time. I can't condense, my whole mindset into one video here. I try to branch out a little bit, but I can't do that too much. I want to keep this concise where you can take it in small bits and all that. And I'm not some guru. I'm not some guru or anything. I'm not the be-all, end-all to quitting porn and living the life that God wants you to live. I'm telling you from my experience and, what I've gleaned from others' experiences. And I'm just trying to be real with y'all and give you something that maybe might be helpful. So check out my other videos. If you like them, hey, subscribe. I'm doing this stuff all the time. There's more stuff coming out constantly. I've done, I think, almost a video a day now recently, and I'd like to keep up that pace if I can. I do this while I'm driving, so I've got time that's not cutting into my schedule or anything. But yeah, check it out, and if you like it, subscribe, like it, leave comments. Leave comments about stuff that you would like me to talk about. If you want my take on something, or you want to discuss something, leave comments, and I would love to branch out a little bit and talk about the kind of stuff that people want to talk about. So all right, and that is pretty much it. So that concludes today's video. I will talk to you guys later. Take it easy.